Maria Yumeno, born on August 17, 1978, in Japan, is a prominent figure in the Japanese entertainment industry, known primarily for her work in pink films, erotic videos, and gravure modeling. While her fame has often been tied to her physical appearance, particularly her large bust and slender figure, Yumeno's story extends far beyond mere titillation. Her career offers a nuanced lens through which to explore themes of female agency, sexual commodification, media evolution, and the socio-cultural underpinnings of Japan's erotic entertainment industry. Japan's entertainment sector is both vast and complex, entwined with the country's cultural attitudes toward sexuality, gender roles, and media consumption. The industry has evolved dramatically over the decades, mirroring shifts in societal norms and technological innovation. Within this landscape, figures like Maria Yumeno have emerged as both icons and lightning rods for public discourse. Her prominence in the early 2000s coincided with a broader transition in Japan's media industry, where performers began crossing into mainstream culture. Yumeno's career, therefore, is not just the story of an individual but a prism through which we can examine broader cultural and historical trends. To understand Maria Yumeno's impact, one must first examine the historical and cultural context of Japan's industry. The pink film genre, which emerged in the 1960s as a form of softcore erotic cinema, laid the groundwork for the more explicit video scene that took off in the 1980s. By the time Yumeno entered the industry in the late 1990s, it had become a sophisticated and highly profitable segment of Japanese media. Technological advancements in video production and distribution, coupled with a relatively liberal regulatory framework compared to Western countries, created fertile ground for performers to attain celebrity status. Yumeno's entrance into the industry coincided with a time when consumer demand favored actresses with unique physical attributes, a niche she fit perfectly due to her voluptuous figure. However, her rapid ascent also depended on her ability to navigate a highly competitive and often exploitative industry with strategic savvy. She quickly distinguished herself not only through provocative performances but also by cultivating a persona that straddled eroticism and intelligence. Her appearances in gravure magazines and later in more mainstream media allowed her to shape a multifaceted public image, turning what might have been a transient career into a lasting legacy. Maria Yumeno's career raises important questions about female agency in the context of an industry frequently accused of exploitation. On the surface, entertainment objectifies women for male pleasure, reducing performers to physical commodities. However, Yumeno's narrative complicates this binary. As one of the highest paid and most famous actresses of her time, she exercised considerable control over her brand, choosing roles that aligned with her image and setting boundaries that many of her contemporaries lacked the leverage to impose. Moreover, Yumeno's success reflects a paradox within the industry. While ostensibly a site of objectification, it can also serve as a platform for empowerment and economic independence. In interviews, Yumeno has expressed complex feelings about her work, acknowledging both the stigma and the autonomy it afforded her. Her transition into other media, including gravure modeling and television, further suggests an intentional broadening of her career scope. These moves challenge simplistic readings of performers as passive victims, presenting instead a narrative of strategic self-fashioning. Despite the compelling nature of Yumeno's story, critics argue that the empowerment narrative in the entertainment industry often masks deeper systemic issues. The economic incentive structures of the world frequently pressure women into roles they might not otherwise choose, particularly those from marginalized backgrounds. While Yumeno's case may exemplify agency, it is not necessarily representative. Her financial success and media crossover were exceptional rather than typical. Furthermore, feminist scholars have debated whether individual agency can truly exist within systems designed to commodify the female body. From this viewpoint, Yumeno's strategic decisions might still be interpreted as constrained by a patriarchal industry. Even her public image, crafted and maintained with precision, relies on the erotic appeal that the industry demands. In this sense, the very tools she used for empowerment were themselves products of systemic control. However, dismissing her agency outright ignores the complexities of lived experience. Yumeno's case illustrates how individuals can exercise autonomy within oppressive structures. She did not dismantle the industry, but she navigated it on her terms, influencing its cultural perception in the process. Maria Yumeno's career is emblematic of larger cultural shifts in Japan's media and gender dynamics. Her rise within the industry reflects both the historical evolution of erotic entertainment and the strategic maneuvering required to succeed within it. Her story challenges monolithic narratives about female exploitation in media, offering instead a nuanced portrait of agency, identity, and representation. Through her multifaceted career, Maria Yumeno transcended the label of actress to become a cultural icon. Her trajectory provides a compelling case study in how performers can assert control over their image and influence broader societal perceptions, even within industries built on commodification. Maria Yumeno's legacy invites us to reevaluate our assumptions about the entertainment industry and the individuals who operate within it. Rather than viewing such figures through a lens of pity or moral judgment, we might consider them as complex agents navigating equally complex systems. Her story is not just about eroticism, it is about resilience, reinvention, and the ongoing struggle for agency in spaces where it is often denied. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.